Hi everyone, welcome back to Java One for All. In this video, we are going to talk about the same topic, association, but now we are going to see how to work with many-to-one. In the case of player and team, so player can have one team and team can have multiple players, but in our case, it's unidirectional and we do not have any relationship from the team's side. So without a database, it would be pretty difficult to retrieve all the team's player. We would need to get it from the players first. But if we're working with database, that would be easily achievable with some joins. Now, before we talk about bidirectional relationship, let's see an example with many-to-one. And let's use school and professor. One school can have many professors, but that professor can only work at one school. So let's create both domain classes here. The first domain class will be school. So school, let's create one attribute, name. And the second one, let's create another class here, Java class. Let's call professor. And this professor will have also a name. So let's create a constructor, out insert with name, and also getters and setters. And now going back to school is unidirectional relationship where school can have many professors. So in this case, private professor, be careful with package that you are importing from, association. And this is an array because I can have multiple professors. So now let's create here a constructor. So there is a chance that I will not have any professor by the time I'm creating the school object, but at least the name is something that I need to know. I will create a constructor with name, but if there are cases where I have both name and professors, I will overload this constructor by selecting both of them. Holding shift, I can select both of them and press enter. Now I have a constructor that is overloaded. So at least the name is mandatory because they are in both constructors. And now out insert, getter and setter for both of them. And I will create a print method. And the first thing is the name, this dot name, school's name. For the professor, I need to make sure that I do have professors. So I will do the fail fast logic here. So if professors is null, return. But then if we pass this line 18, we will professors, press alt enter, iterate, and then here south professor dot get name. Cool. Now let's create the school test 01 over test package, alt insert, Java class, and then school test 01 ESVM. And now we are going to create both objects. So usually when you are creating objects that has like association, you start with the object that has fewer associations because it means that you won't have many dependencies. In this case, the one that we are looking for is professor. So professor, and be careful, import from the package association. Professor, new professor. Well, let's give it a name. Let's give this Jiraiya. And we can create a school. So school, new school, and we have two options here. The first one is sending the name of the school. You can call it Konoha. And another one is sending the professor. This is an array. So I could send an array directly here, but to make things simple, because we are still starting, we'll create a reference variable called professors. So professor, package association. Sometimes English just fails. And then this is an array with one object. And now I will send this array here, professors. Cool. Now I just have to call school.print. And let's see if everything's working. Cool. We have our school and one professor. If I want to have another professor, you can press Ctrl D. Let's duplicate this and then add 2. Let's call it Kakashi. And now I will also send professor 2 in this array. And now we have professors 1 and 2 inside the array that we are sending to the school. Now we should see both professors in the console. So this is the relationship many to one. So one school has many professors, but one professor, the professor can only have one school. So I think that's enough for now. Let's continue in the next class and let's talk about bidirectional. So what happens, for example, when we come here into the player and team and we add like on the other side the many relationship. So I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video. Bye.